was a real tough, old school kind of guy. He screwed up, you got your ass kicked right then. He didn't warn you, didn't threaten you, nothing. You just got popped. He was a gruff old bird. It's like if you could roll up Clint Eastwood, John Wayne, and Patton into one guy. Big, enormous man, 6'3", weighing 300 pounds. Anyway, he would go to work, you know, in a suit and tie, a little real cream in his hair. Like a lawyer, then he'd come home and turn into that redneck, but I always knew he was. He'd put on overalls and no shirt, a ball cap, some work boots, and he'd have a pack of cigarettes in every pocket. If you've never worn overalls, there's 13 pockets. And cigarettes are built and shoot in every pocket, so wherever he reached, he could get the city, you know. Always looking at you, sitting there, saying stuff like, don't make me come over there. I'll give you something to cry about. I'll knock you through the wall, and then I'll make you fix it. Oh man, I would love to have seen my father's reaction to somebody in today's world suggesting to him that time out would be a good thing for his children. I'm sure it would have gone something like this. Picture him in his overalls with no shirt. You want me to do what? Set him in the corner for 30 minutes. No, I think I'll just kick his ass down. That's the way it was. It turned out all right. He is something, man. He had a great way of getting his way. You know, he was, like I said, he was a lawyer, so he was a great arguer. You know, you could never win an argument with my father. I got to be my teenage years, and I had me an electric guitar, and I was playing Jimi Hendrix up in my room, turning it on loud. And I went down to him one day, and I got real brave. You know, and I always had a bird my whole life. He never would let me grow my hair out. And so I went to him. I said, Dad, listen, I'm really enjoying playing the guitar, and I'm getting better. And yeah, you're getting pretty good up there. It sounds like a bunch of racket to me, but I said I was, you know, I love playing this rock and roll music stuff. I think it'd be a lot cooler if I could grow my hair long. So, you think it'd be okay if I grew my hair out kind of long? He looked at me and says, sure. Grow it as long as you want. I said, really? He said, yeah, you grow it halfway to your ass. I don't care. This is awesome. I said, well, God, thanks. Yeah, no problem. I started walking away, and he said, oh, one more thing. You grow your hair as long as you want, but if you leave this house, if, and I mean if, your first stop better be the barber shop. Yeah. I didn't grow my hair very long. He came to me one day and he said, hey, how'd you like a little spending money? I said, man, that'd be great. He said, get a job. Having this job making pizzas at this little joint a couple blocks from the house, and I'd work most every night until about midnight. He'd go to school nights and whatnot. And every now and then, about 11:30, 20 minutes before we closed, the phone would ring, and I'd pick it up, do the Pizza Hut pizza spiel, you know, and he'd say, hey, is that you? I said, yeah, Dad, what's up? He goes, hey, do me a favor, screw up a couple on purpose, will you? He said, you better put a lot of pepperonis on them or I'll kick your ass. So I made these two giant pepperoni pizzas, you know, and about midnight, clock would tick midnight, and we'd start locking up. The manager came in there, and he said, "Whose pizzas are these?" I said, "I don't know, some guy ordered them half an hour ago, never came to get them. I don't know what to do with them." He goes, "Well, do whatever you want to with them." So, well, maybe I can take them home or something, I don't know. And there's some really, really disturbing images of my father and his whitey tighties at the kitchen table eating that pizza. Cigarette in one hand, pizza in the other. Cold beer between his legs. And anyway, you know, my life went on. I went to play music, and he was such a neat guy. He would lift me up when I needed it. I didn't know it until he was dead and gone. You know, I lost him 15 years ago, and it finally dawned on me. All he ever tried to do was just keep me level, keep me right down the middle when I needed lifted up. And he was the first guy to cheer me on and say, "Man, you're getting better. You're getting better." If I started to have any inkling of a big head, he would kick my ass. He came to me one day and he said, "Hey, I got an idea for a song." I said, "Oh, now you're a songwriter." He said, "No, I'm not kidding. I've got a great idea. I think if you finish it, you could be bigger than Elvis." I said, "Dad, one more trip to the breakfast buffet and I'll be bigger than Elvis." Anyway, he said, "I promise me you'll finish this song." I said, "Okay, I promise." And I never did. I never did finish that song. And then he passed away in '97. And still those 7 or 8 years went by, and I never did finish that song. And I always felt guilty about it because I just didn't do it, you know. And then I was writing songs with my old dear pal Rodney Crowell, and we were working on a record together. And we got stuck. We got to a place where we weren't making much progress. And so we started telling dysfunctional family stories. He'd tell a dysfunctional family story, and then I'd try to top him with one, and he'd tell another one. And we were laughing, just dying laughing. And I finally said, "You know, my dad had this idea for a song. He thought he was a songwriter." You know, blah, blah, blah. Rodney said, "What was the idea?" And I told him. He goes, "That's a great idea." I said, "Really?" Yeah, it's better than anything we're working on. So we finished it. We sat there that day and finished it and had the best time doing it. And I got to lay down an awful lot of guilt. So here's the brainchild of the old man.